just any event. It's an adult baseball camp featuring former Toronto and Edmonton baseball star Devon White. Swing for the fences from 5 to 10:30 p.m. while supporting local youth sports. Upgrade to VIP for an exclusive meet and greet. Tickets are going fast. Secure your spot today at riverhawksfoundation.ca.
Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:02. Thank you guys for joining us here on Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, the home of Alberta's best beef jerky online, wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Hope you guys are having a great day. Beautiful day. Sun is shining. Bittersweet day here at Sports 1440, as I'm sure all of you have heard the news. Of course, Kevin Carius, after a legendary career in our city on both TV and radio, calling it a career. 36 years? Pretty impressive. Obviously, that's kind of the bittersweet part, losing a guy like Kevin Carius, but then at the same time, for him, getting to go enjoy retirement. And this summer is going to be probably unbelievable for him. And then on the flip side, we are so lucky to gain one of the best in the biz, Tom Gazzola, taking over not next week, but the following week here on Sports 1440, Monday through Friday from 7 to 11. Tommy G's been in this city doing a lot of different things. TV, obviously, was the team reporter for the Edmonton Oilers, with TSN, pre- and post-game shows, EST, and now we're very fortunate to have him join us here on Sports 1440. Great hands. Duke will be guiding him through the beginning here, booking the shows, keeping him on track. But Tommy and I, we go back a long time. My first ever street team shift before it was Bell, it was Astral. And I got to go out to, at the time, it was Castrol Raceway with Ryan Meyer, and Drew Dalby, who's now, I think, working out in Toronto or Hamilton, out east. And we got to go watch dirt bikes. And that was my first ever shift in the media with Tom Gazzola. So very cool to be working with him once again on the AM dial. And he's going to bring a lot. And it's really cool things here on Sports 1440. But of course, Kevin Carius will be missed dearly, but I think we'll bug him to get him on the station every once in a while here. Maybe I'll have to slide into the host chair and kick off the dust. But Duke, heck of a run for Mr. Carius and yourself. A new chapter, but I think it's going to be pretty seamless when Tommy G takes over.
Yeah, you kind of led that by describing it as bittersweet, and for sure, I think that's a sentiment that a lot of people, or listeners and texters and viewers, can all appreciate. Because like how can you not appreciate what Kevin has accomplished in the business in this city, and just for me, like watching our text line and our social channels blow up with congratulations and well wishes from people that listen to the station or have come across Kevin back in his TV days, and then like people we've had on the shows as guests and co-hosts, whatever. It's really special. And then at the same time, I'm obviously very excited. I met Tom kind of briefly right before TSN hit the deck a few summers ago. When I was off in Gregor's show while you were getting married, and ran into him at Elks games. So, like, listen, by all accounts and my own experience with him, he's an unreal guy. Great hair, which is always, especially now that we're for viewers on YouTube and everywhere else. And so well versed, obviously in the Oilers, but beyond that, doing sidelines for the Elks for a couple of years now as well. I'm pumped. I'm really excited to get things going with Tommy here in a couple of weeks.
It was funny. I heard the comments about the hair and like him taking over. I mean, the bar is low for Sports 1440 personalities when it comes to hair.
It's true.
I would say Mackenzie probably has the best, if we're being realistic.
Does that count?
She's got pretty sick flow. I'm going to count it. You bick it. No, you don't bick
I don't
it.
bick,
You shave.
I just buzz.
Gregor bicks it. Declan's now on the bick train. Eddie bicks it. I guess Schlemko's got pretty good hair.
Schlemmer's got some nice lettuce still.
Laddie's
got great hair.
Laddie, pretty good hair. Josh, how are you hanging around there? You're still young, so your hairline's pretty good. Getting a little thin. Yeah, me too. I got some bald spots
You've
going
got
out
some,
there.
yeah, but your hair is like crazy thick,
Thick in other
where it
areas.
is still there.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Tommy G's going to come in here and take the crown for the best hair. No doubt about it. And looking forward to it. Get the insight that he has coming up next week. Got some info here. Dalby and Kingston. There you go. Gruff always knows these things. Lance says, I miss Gazzola. Remember listening to the post games. At 12:16, a drunk guy would call every show, talk about trading McDavid, and Tommy would get so mad, and they would yell at each other on air. Iconic.
So just really quickly on that, Connor, what Tom was in with Kevin at 9:00, and Tom's kind of saying, after all these years of doing pre and post, I'm excited to maybe come in the next morning and not have it be quite as vicious or crazy. And Kevin said, "Oh, buddy, you have no idea. It's that those feelings hold over overnight, regardless if people have slept on them or not, and they come just as rocking and rolling the next morning after an Oilers loss, underperformance, sometimes even wins. So I don't think he should be expecting a ton of change in that regard.
No, because they go to bed mad. They don't sleep good. They wake up angrier, again, grumpy and unrested. But yeah, it's really, really fun times here. The text line, of course, 1-833-401-1440. If you want to share your thoughts, we had a text in here, Greater Man J. Damn, Duke, made me choke up a little. I could hear the emotion in your voice. When I left my job the last 15 years, I seemed to have a real effect on young people around me, and it was hard leaving. Greater Man J. Did you?
Oh, man. Well, I'm an admitted softie. Like it's well documented. It's on record for anybody that knows me semi well. So yeah, like it's been a relatively short period of time. But it's the start of my career in this business, right? It was my first full-time job. So yeah, Kev means a lot to me, both in this room and outside of it. And I'm looking forward to continuing our friendship, even though our professional kind of paths have diverged here.
100%. And I didn't listen. Tommy and I were just chatting it up out
Did
there
you
by
give
the
Tommy
bar.
the full tour?
I did.
What impressed him the most? The IKEA picture frames down the bathroom hallway with the inspirational radio quotes in them.
I don't think I'm honestly that.
Make sure you tell him that he can't take those home.
I told that's up for debate. As long as you don't get caught, I think you can do it. I just kind of said this building used to be a lot bigger and darker, but now it's quite nice. Showed him the engineers. You gotta be nice to the engineers. Showed him the Lord Commander Marty Stevens. Then we kind of just made our way back to the bar, and I said, "This is where we hang out. That's the coffee machine. That's the fridge." And
did you warn him about the coffee?
I said it's been debated how the quality is.
Debates need to have two sides.
Well, some people aren't as picky.
I don't think that's
I told
true.
him vanilla with
the French vanilla.
French vanilla with espresso. That's
like
my
you
go-to.
put more espresso in it.
Yeah.
You see, I was doing that for a bit, and I don't know which of the two taste changed that it no longer jived. I'm just back to straight. Like, it's still coffee, French vanilla, but I'm not putting the extra espresso in it anymore. I can't handle it. The taste is just too rank.
I mean, hey, I used to drink Rexall Place coffee.
Was that pretty bad?
Nursing a nasty hangover. You try to get a little boost before the Oil Kings game on a Saturday night. It was tough. So I feel like I can do anything. Kyle says, now that Kevin's retired and has been gassed up for the last 4 hours, can we carve him for the next hour?
I think Gary took care of that in the 10 o'clock hour.
Those shirts, what is he doing?
His shirt today with his dog on it. So funny. The one he wore on Wednesday was definitely worse. Like when Gregor came in at 9 o'clock, right when Schlemmer was sliding into co-host, and even Gregor commented on and we've said it before, like, Kevin, this shirt on camera looks terrible. It looks like when you're getting the fuzz on a TV screen, like back on the rabbit ear days, but just with a little bit of color to it rather than just black and white. But that same, just essentially just pixelation. But he's proud. He's worn it many times in this studio.
That's aura. That's what I say.
It's confidence, if nothing else, which I guess probably lends itself very well to aura. But you and I have differing opinions on what aura is, as exemplified by the David Schneider debate. So
I guess it's all on how you interpret it. It's all perspective.
100%.
Imitation Tom says, my favorite part is Tom is now going to have to read my name on air. Or am I Tom? Nobody knows. That'd be funny if Imitation Tom was Gazzola the whole time.
Tom's burner.
Bob the Builder says, Kevin, who? Yeah, we moved on that quickly. That's how quick it happens. Lance says, with the drunk callers, drunk Terry. And I'm pretty sure his producer would all what? And then my computer's not loading. So I don't know what the rest of that one is. Always put him through. It was so funny. I never did post with Tom. I did pre-games with Tom for a long time. So I never have to deal with the drunks afterward. There was a really bad phase though, Duke, where we didn't have caller ID and we did not have a delay button. And there were some kids that just loved prank calling us. Like this is 2009.
That's hilarious.
And it was so annoying because I'd have to like hover over the drop button. And anytime I heard like sorry, we lost you. Wasn't a good time. But we've moved on. We have the technology now. So don't even bother trying that. Don't make Donovan Paulson's life tougher than it has to be.
Yeah, Donovan's already up against it. He faces many struggles in day-to-day life. I mean, look at him.
Tub Guy says, I always thought it was funny how the boys used to refer to Tom as Handsome Tom. Yeah, Handsome Tom. Now, you dropped the word on me, Duke, yesterday that I don't know if you want to use to describe him. That's up for your...
What, a pistol?
No.
Oh.
Start with a C, I think. You were talking about some people in the mall.
Geez, you're putting me on the spot. You might have to refresh. Feel free to say it.
I don't know the word.
Oh.
But I remember saying, I don't think you can say that.
Was it a descriptor or like a noun?
A noun?
I don't know.
We'll talk about it in the break.
In the break, we'll figure this out and then come back and refresh everybody on what exactly I was talking about. Keep in mind when we're on our mall walks, I can't be held responsible for what I say because it's crazy out there. But the kids are out of school now. This place is just crawling with them.
Open the schools. Get them back in there. Ranger Nick says, Cons, I hope you and TG work together. I hope so too. TG and Greg are like Gretz and Curry. Yeah, the old Chronicles. I'm sure there will be some crossover there.
That was my suggestion for the name of the new show.
The Chronicles.
The Chronicles with Tom Gazzola, because I remember that was what the segment name was on with Gregor.
Maybe it will be.
But instead, the Tom Gazzola show, pretty fitting still.
Oh, that's what it is?
According to our release.
Oh. Hey, it's fitting. Rexall Place coffee was diesel. Rogers Place is gasoline. AZ. I don't know what the difference is. What's worse? What's better?
But to drink, I think both are pretty bad for you.
So that's like I would, or like this Sunday afternoon game, like stroll down, grab a Coke, maybe go get some chicken tendies because that was I'd get staff discount for some reason, and then go with the coffee, just guzzle it. Hope it would turn my day around. It's good times.
So just from a scientific perspective, Connor, I had to quickly Google this because I didn't want to say the wrong thing and then get absolutely lit up by people on the text line. So gasoline burns hotter than diesel, but diesel generates higher peak combustion temperatures due to how the fuel ignites. So take that for what it's worth when it comes to comparing it to coffee.
Well, what tastes better?
I can't say. I have accidentally ingested some of each.
I got hand sanitizer in my eye last week. Sometimes I like to do that.
Sounds bad.
Sometimes I like to do the LeBron thing with the hand sanitizer and throw it in the sky, and it just got me in the face. It's a workplace hazard. Today, we will talk some sports. How about those Edmonton Elks last night? Quickly, just want to give a shout out to everyone who came out to the watch party at Game On in Sherwood Park last night. We had Lorianne. Who else? Spencer. I think I put some of the names down. Of course, Bruce, Trent. Terrific having those guys come down, and many more. There's many more. Cheer team was out, drink specials, and the Edmonton Elks, for the first time in a long time, go 3-0 to start the season. And I thought in the game, Winnipeg's made some good adjustments, combine that with a little fatigue because the Elks just played on Saturday. Bombers have been off for 2 whole weeks. They had a chance to game plan for them for this entirety of the time off. I think the Elks were outstanding. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, Sergio Castillo missed 2 big kicks. They had some of the weirdest decision-making that I've ever seen in a football game. Some of the things that the Bombers were doing was just crazy. But the Edmonton Elks, in a really tough environment, go in there, get the job done. Now, 3-0 on the season. You got a little bit of a break before you take on the BC Lions out in Kelowna. That's going to be next Saturday, so a couple days off to chill. I know you guys had Coach Killam on the show earlier today. But I thought that was just a really impressive performance by the Edmonton Elks last night. The touchdown before the end of the first half. Receiver across the line of scrimmage. I don't know how that's not called. But good performance. The one thing that threw me off, Duke, and not to shame another player, but Dante Daniels of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers trying to hurdle somebody. How fast is your computer? I want you to look him up. Dante Daniels, his size. Because I saw him at first do it. I said, this guy looks too big to be hurdling. Looks cool.
Like former tight end of the NC State Wolfpack?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got his height there? You got his weight? I know it, but for effect, I want you to think.
6'6".
How much pound? How many pounds?
My sportsreference.com. I have to verify I'm not a robot. 6'6", 266 pounds.
6'6", 270, and you're trying to hurdle people?
That seems like a size more conducive to going through people than over them.
Run his ass over. That's what I like. If I'm the coach of that team, like, what are you doing? You are too much of a beast to hurdle people. I love you have that athleticism, but you do not do that. You run people over. You make them pay. You make them scared to tackle you. Now, worked out for the Elks' favor, so I'm not mad about it. But kind of struck a chord with me last night in that one. As a fan of the beautiful game. But Justin Rankin continued to doing his thing. 15 carries for 106 yards. Not required to do as much in the past game. I think that the Winnipeg Blue Bombers were pretty cognizant. We can't let him take too many advantages on that one. 4 targets, 3 catches for just the 3 yards, and a long of 6. So they did a pretty good job containing him, a couple of yards for loss. But Julian Grant, big grab. Austin Mack, a couple big catches. Cephas, I think, is going to be a guy to watch out for in the CFL. And then even TJ Luther. I tweeted it, man, to see a receiver in the CFL, Duke, wearing number 88 catch a touchdown brings joy to my eyes. It was a good game, and overall, overcoming a little adversity too. Like Cole Schneider scored a touchdown. They didn't count it. A receiver clearly offside for a touchdown. Not worried about it. The one that it drove me crazy too, because then they got the Elks offside on a kickoff. It's like, how do you miss one and not get the other? Anywho, what did you take away from that game last night in Winnipeg?
Yeah, I was interested to see, because we talked about it yesterday, how the Elks have been the best running team, obviously propelled by having the best player in the league so far this year in Justin Rankin, and the Bombers have been terrible against the run. So, and hey, as you pointed out, they had a lot of time to prepare for this game. I thought the Elks showed a lot of guts with the short turnaround on a short week. It wasn't pretty necessarily, and kind of my biggest takeaway was that they showed up when it mattered the most, right? Like even in the second half, when the Bombers kind of started to get things going a little bit and the Elks offense stagnated out slightly, like they still held them to just 11 points in the second half, including 4 in the third quarter when Edmonton was kind of scuffling a little bit. So my main thing was that we knew the offense can be explosive because of Rankin, because of Fajardo's decision making and his protection of the ball. But I really appreciated how the defense kind of stepped up and said, hey, we can be the reason this football club wins games too. I mean, you're getting the 4 sacks, the turnovers generated, flocking to the football. I really liked what I saw from the defensive group and growth compared to a year ago, where we're looking at a lot of big season off-season acquisitions, big priced players, and they really didn't get much generated pretty all year, if we're being very frank about it. And then here we are in week 4, and we're seeing a ton. Malik Carney leading from the front in that group. Mogensen stepping in for the injured Nick Anderson was excellent. Cordell Jackson had another really solid game. He plays all over the place. So I thought the defense kind of stood out to me a little bit more, because, man, in the CFL, if you're holding the team to just 18 points, where we know weather's not a factor and the Bombers aren't banged up and trotting out third-string quarterbacks or running backs, so Oliveira's right there for the very best in the league. I was very, very impressed with the defensive effort by J.C. Sherritt, calling the game and then his players to execute it.
Yeah, I mean, that first half, they got screwed on a blown call, whatever. When it mattered, they found ways to make plays. And this text from Park Poyash, that hit by Williams was one of the best I've seen in a while. Yeah, Jordan Williams on Brady Oliveira. Oliveira is like a little bowling ball, 5'9", 230. He doesn't get hit like that very often. That ball just popped out. Yeah, that was quite the impressive hit. Bang, bang play as well. Kyle's just asking, any watch parties north or St. Albert? On next Saturday, it's going to be at Sherlock's North. I won't be there. I'll be on vacation. And Donovan Paulson's actually going to slide in for me. So if you want to go to that one, he'll be there. It's a really good time. Everyone there's there having a good time, having a couple of drinks, having some good food, watching some great football. And hopefully you can make it out to another one. There is a website. If you just Google Elks watch parties, that takes you right to the link. So you can definitely find one that will be. We're all over the town. I think Castlewood Pub, the following one. Great pizza. Promise you that. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, more text. It is Fantasy Frenzy Brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky.
Beer League Slow Pitch. It's an Alberta summer tradition.
I got shortstop. I'll take pitcher. Yeah, I'm just here for the dugout snacks.
When you're playing on the field, you need serious fuel. And there's only one MVP.
Wilhock Beef Jerky.
Load up on Alberta's best beef jerky and hit a home run with the team. It's the perfect snack for your summer sports.
Wilhock Beef Jerky, because you can't have summer fun with salad. Only available in Leduc.
You may get up early, but more than likely, the team at GS Construction have already gotten up before you, grabbed a coffee, headed to the site, and started their day. So while Edmonton wakes up, GS crews are already underground, quietly keeping things moving, upgrading, and laying the new underground infrastructure for our growing city. If you're the kind of person who goes to sleep with their steel-toed boots on, GS Construction wants to hear from you. We're looking for a maintenance foreman as well as a building and yard attendant. Visit gsconstruction.ca for more.
At Hughes, it's all about getting in and out quick and clean. No cash, no problem. With Hughes' new tap and wash system, all you need is your debit or credit card to get your vehicle sparkling clean.
Find us at HughesCarWash.com.
Got a car you're ready to part with? Find out what it's worth. Fast, easy, and totally free at Go Auto. We're talking top dollar trade-ins, whether it's a little worn or still rocking that new car smell. Just a few clicks, and boom, you've got your value. Text value to 780-777-7777 to start. That's value to 780 all sevens. Why guess what it's worth? Let Go Auto show you the money.
At Fountain Tire, success is a team effort. They're committed to their team members and their customers. And that means treating your vehicle like it's their own and finding solutions that suit your needs. Because whatever the road brings ahead, they're on it with you. Visit fountaintire.com today.
From the first pitch to the final out, catch Toronto Blue Jays baseball games live right here. Don't miss a moment of Blue Jays baseball this season. Sports 1440 is proud to be the home of Blue Jays baseball.
Looking for mental health or addiction support, but not sure where to start? Contact 211. 211 Alberta can help you navigate treatment and recovery options, counseling, crisis services, and more. And because life's challenges are often connected, they can also help you find food, housing, and employment support. It's free, confidential, available 24/7, and offered in more than 240 languages by phone. 211 Alberta. One number, countless connections.
A message from the Government of Alberta.
Step onto the field of dreams and into sporting glory. Join the Riverhawks Community Foundation on August 22nd for the Field of Dreams Festival at Remax Field. This isn't just any event. It's an adult baseball camp featuring former Toronto and Edmonton baseball star Devon White. Swing for the fences from 5 to 10:30 p.m. while supporting local youth sports. Upgrade to VIP for an exclusive meet and greet. Tickets are going fast. Secure your spot today at riverhawksfoundation.ca.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhock Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:26. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky, the home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at Wilhock Beef Jerky. Go check them out. Only available in Leduc. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, and Josh Fenwick with you here on Sports 1440. Great day in our city. People are excited. Carius left the station, Duke, with a lot of alcohol and a lot of random stuff. I look forward to that day.
What was the rant? Well, the stuff Pill brought in, is that the random stuff?
I mean, the bread was a little random.
Well,
shout out Bonton.
Yeah, shout out Bonton. Eddie got that specifically for him because I mean, like Kevin's a regular in there, and they said, "Oh, Kevin always gets this. Let me whip this up for him." That's what Edgar said when Eddie was putting in his order just for all our sweet treats.
Because like the treats look awesome. I haven't dabbled yet, but I will.
I had one of the like pastries that kind of like has jam on top in the middle of it. I made a mess of it when I was eating it, but it was really good.
Well, I'm going to dive in. It was just a loaf of bread. It stood out. The Oil Kings jersey, man. Shout out to the Oil Kings for sending Carrie over a jersey number 36. That's awesome.
Yeah, Radman and Matt stopped by in the studio this morning.
Oh, really? Were they there last night?
Radman was, yeah.
Nice. How was the taco shop last night? Good tacos?
First time I've been, Connor, absolutely unreal. For most of once the tacos themselves were served, everyone's like flocking to it was kind of like a buffet line. Excuse me. And I'm sitting there in the corner still. He's like, you can get anything. Like, I'm settling for a liquid supper instead. Sipping back a nice few cold cervezas with a little zest in them. But as the lineup thinned and everything, I thought, I better go get some of this. And boy, am I glad. The food was unbelievably good. So can't recommend them enough. One of the mini great spots down on Bourbon Street here. If you're looking for that specific type, probably a little Mexican food, man, I'm not sure you can beat it. Eddie Steele got to the point where he liked the battered fish that was in the fish tacos so much. He wasn't even eating the rest of the taco. He was just eating the fish out of it, which I thought was a little bit of a psychopath move, but I guess he's just protein loaded.
I was going to say Eddie's a healthy guy.
Yeah. But like
empty carbs. No.
These are like traditional style tacos. It's a tiny little tortilla with like diced onion and tomato in it. It's not exactly like you're heaping on giant globs of, I don't know, sour cream or burrito sauce or something that might carry a few more negative health implications. Like these things are as pure as it gets. Man, they were good.
Oh, I'm envious. I will say though,
I might have to go back today after the show, to be very honest.
Out at Game On last night, I got the chicken tendies, as I like to do.
Shocker.
They asked me which dipping sauce. I go barbecue. The cup they gave me of barbecue sauce was enough to feed 50 men. It was unbelievable. And I respect that at an establishment. I hate when they give you that little cup with nothing on it. So it was pretty awesome out there as well. This segment for elksnation.ca, of course, you got the 2 weekly podcast with Eddie Steele, Declan Kruger, but also articles, ticket giveaways, and more. They were out at the watch party last night. Go check it out, elksnation.ca. Tom, you want to hop on for a minute here? You want to jump on? Why not? In case you guys missed it, of course, Kevin Carey's announcing his retirement a couple of days ago, just announced this morning. Tom Gazzola joining us here on Sports 1440. He'll be taking over not next week, but the following, co-hosting the Tom Gazzola Show. Tom, welcome.
Hey, hi, Connor.
I like that name, the Tom Gazzola Show.
Yeah, I like it too. It has a nice ring to it. Nice to be on the air with you. It's been a while.
I was going to say, probably, 2023 pre-game show.
Yep.
Before they shut us down?
Before they shut us down. What a day that was.
Yeah.
Just over 3 years ago.
Because you were hosting that morning, weren't you?
I was.
Sitting in.
I was.
The last voice they heard.
That was a weird one. Yeah. What was that station on for like 80-something years? And unfortunately, it was me who was the last host.
Yeah.
And our good friend, Lieutenant Eric, was producing. I remember that. That was a tough one. And I told the story the other day where, I told it this morning with KK. It was... Remember, we had to go in the boardroom and they're like, 1260 no longer exists as of 9 a.m. And it was like 8:58. I got my condo that day. The deal had gone through for it. And it was like 8:30 in the morning. Congratulations, you're now a homeowner. And 9 o'clock, it's like, hey, you don't have a station to work at anymore. And then I remember our old program director calling us and talking to us. And he's like, hey, I'm so sorry. This is terrible. And he goes, by the way, the TV people probably still going to need you. I was like, what? Really? So what an interesting 3 years it's been. But
no, I mean, you guys did great things there and built up a really good program, but we're happy to have you here back on the AM airwaves. For those maybe unfamiliar, maybe new people that didn't listen to the TSN, what can fans expect with the Tom Gazzola Show?
A lot of Brandon Douglas.
Yeah.
No, I love you know what? KK's built up a great thing, obviously, with the Duke. And I think it's going to evolve. Obviously, it'll take a little bit of time to find its own rhythm. But I don't know. I think I'm pretty easygoing. I like to get fired up about certain things. And it's going to be different than a pre- and post-game show. lots of great guests, lots of good conversation. It's going to be nice to discuss more than just, the Oilers and the Elks. And I think we can branch off into, obviously, there's Jays. People love the Jays. I love the Riverhawks. I love talking about the Stingers, and we have lots of great opportunities to bring in guests there. And then I like F1. I don't know if you guys like F1. I'll keep it to a minimum. Yeah.
I'll say this, Tom. There's been a pretty good gap or void there, because for Kevin and I, that was never really our wheelhouse, but people want it. So that this is probably a nice addition for a lot of listeners to get a little bit more of that flavor into the 7 to 11 hours.
And I'm not going to be dorking out on like why they got rid of DRS and is the 50-50 engine balance a good thing. I like the drama of it and the whiny baby race car drivers. So I think we're going to have fun, and it's going to take time to find its voice and our rhythm, but I think it's going to be good. And the conversations will be great following game days, both football and hockey. And then obviously you got to incorporate the other sports teams in our cities. And hopefully we can give some love to the amateur teams, and obviously the Oil Kings, a great team to talk about. And we have a lot of great friends over there. So a lot of the same topics, maybe a different point of view. And there's people that enjoy what I bring. I've seen a few that don't like it.
The minority.
That's fine, man. But that's the beauty of what we do. And it creates conversation. And, there might be a guy or girl out there that goes, I hate Gazzola's take on that, but the Duke was great. And he brings up a good point. Eddie Steele said something wonderful. And I'm sorry, Tom, I don't like you and I don't like your point. That's fine.
Yeah.
If we're keeping you entertained, keeping your mind off of the stresses of day-to-day life, and you get a bit of an escape, that's the beauty of what we get to do. And hopefully we can provide that. And I think we will. So, to make a long answer longer, that's what's going to be coming up here.
Now, online, you do have that reputation as being the Jersey insider.
Oh, yeah.
Have we heard anything about a new Oilers uniform this year, or are we going status quo?
It's happening. Like it's 100% happening. And I know the gear geeks already know that. Yes, it's black base.
Black.
The one thing I can give, and listen, this came from the source, essentially. And I don't know if they were throwing me for a loop, but they're like, it's not really, because there's talk about it being inspired. I saw some stuff. I don't follow a lot of message boards and stuff like that, but my brother does, and he'll like send me things. They're like, there's a conversation saying, those navy and orange jerseys that they had a few years ago.
Yeah, I love
They wore them in the playoffs. They're all right. I have a backstory to that as to why I don't like them. Save that for off the air. But people were like, it's going to be like that jersey. And so I was talking to friends that I worked with in the organization. I said, hey, what about this theory that it's, like the old navies? And they were like, no, it's more Flint Tropics.
Really?
Yeah, there's an element of Flint Tropics. I'm like, are you joking with me right now?
That's wild.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I mean, this is someone who showed me the last alternate jersey a year before it was released. So I knew well in advance what the third jersey that they have right now.
You showed me that one, I believe. And then I think you had the Todd McFarlane one with the orange.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I thought that was going to look terrible. On the ice, grew on me.
Right.
Like, when I first saw it, I thought, seems lazy.
It kind of was. There was a time of transition there in the marketing department, if I remember correctly. And they actually had three different versions of that Todd McFarlane jersey, a white one, an orange one, and the blue one.
Oh,
and they consulted with like McDavid Draisaitl, the leadership group, and we're like, which ones do you guys want to wear?
Yeah.
And that's the one they picked. And I know remember the reverse retro with the orange pants before that and the orange gloves?
Yeah.
I love those jerseys.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think I know the players didn't like the pants, so they only wore them for 3 games, which is too bad because the jersey was nice and the socks were nice.
Yeah.
The gloves too. But I'm still a gear geek. You'll get that stuff.
People love it. People love it.
I love
The
that
Oilers
jersey.
fans want to go buy that jersey next. So to get a little insight what they might be getting.
Happy to provide. And so we'll have stuff like that.
Now, just a couple for you, Tom.
Here we
Lance
go.
says, hey, on post games, I remember Drunk Terry. Do you recall Drunk Terry?
Yes. Her name, Tara.
Tara?
Yeah. She's special.
Yeah.
No, nothing ever came of that. Good memory on that one. But we had We had some fun. That's one thing I'm going to miss is the interaction in the fire pre and post game. But there's going to be, like we were talking earlier, there's going to be great conversations in the morning, and people sometimes get angrier. That's fine. I thought it was going to be the other way around, where you slept on it. Maybe you could take a deep breath and be like, you know what? Maybe it wasn't so bad last night. And I got a little bit fired up after a couple of social sparklers. If people are still angry after their coffee, that's fine too. Bring it on. We'll discuss. But I'm kind of looking forward to that. Yes, I remember Tara. She's a lovely, lovely lady. Minimal conversation with her following the post-game shenanigans.
Now, my thought process was they don't sleep because they're so mad. And then they wake up grumpy, pissed off. And that's when you get to talk to them again.
That's fine. You know what? That's fine. We'll handle it as it comes.
It's going to be awesome. Just quickly, thoughts on the Elks 3-0 start to the season.
Amazing. Really concerned in that third quarter yesterday. I love the start. Obviously, the 17-0 lead was fantastic. The red zone efficiency, I think, is going to be a talking point for a while here. I know they talked about it going into even week 3, the game I did last week against the Alouettes. Mark Killam had brought up in our interviews the red zone efficiency and Justin Rankin dropping the ball again.
Yeah,
I'll give him the one in the rain at Commonwealth the other day. That was miserable. But yesterday, I mean, good punch out by Bombers player there, but it happens 2 weeks in a row, and geez, what's going on? But he had a great game otherwise.
All security is job security, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what we say. Now,
Well,
are you doing any sidelines this weekend?
Not this weekend. I'm back July 9th when the Red Blacks are here. So I get to sit back and watch and observe like everyone else. The other thing, too, I'm really looking forward to is getting down to Commonwealth Stadium more. I'll be at Rogers Place more. That was one thing in the old gig where I had other duties and commitments with shows and stuff I couldn't do. And being at the rink, being at the stadium is very, very important, at least to me. And I'll be able to do that, get more in touch with the players, which it kind of slipped away a bit, but still maintain really good relationships with the ones I knew. So, and then with the football guys, there's so many new players every year. This year for the Elks, though, I'll give them credit. Like Ed Hervey and Mark Killam and Chris Morris have taken a core and they want to build on it and keep guys around, and you see them in the community more. And I think we're going to see that old way of the Double E coming back. And, it's still, I mean, you guys, Connor, you follow the team very well, and always see Declan at the stadium as well. So yeah, there's a good thing brewing there for sure.
You can see it. The culture's building there.
The culture is the big thing. That's well said.
Tommy, enjoy the next week off, and then I guess it'll be what, 4th, 5th, 6th? July 6th, you'll be kicking things off?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'll probably be hanging around a little bit next week. What a cool place. Very excited. Shout out to my old place. Love those guys. It was time for something new. And this is exciting, scary all at the same time, but a lot of familiarity, which I'm really, really happy about.
Hey, we're glad to have you, Tommy. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you, Connor.
There you go. Tom Gazzola, new morning show host, taking over for Kevin Carius. Brandon's going to host next week, and then Tommy will take over the following. So make sure, of course, you tune in 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. We'll take a break. When we come back, more text 1-833-401-1440. It is Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Action Electrical's projects team takes the field, folks, ready to execute the entire play for new commercial builds.
Absolutely. They're masters of design, build, sketching strategy, from initial blueprints to core electrical infrastructure. The team never misses on complex projects.
Known for handling big league constructions and major renovations, ensuring flawless execution, hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
When your project can't afford downtime, call Japa Equipment Rentals. From excavators and wheel loaders to compaction equipment, Japa has the machines you need. Trusted since 1972. Visit japaequipment.com or stop our Edmonton or Calgary locations.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. Car shopping sucks. That's right. Going back and forth 100 times just to get a price. Give me your credit card for a test drive. What's all these extra fees? That sounds ridiculous. At Northgate, we do things a little differently. Good deals on new, pre-owned vehicles, good people, and a great selection. Stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
You're in Northgate country.
Listen up, friends. Operation Pizza is a go at Papa John's. They're introducing new personal pizzas just in time to celebrate the premiere of Toy Story 5. These adventure-sized pies come in new exciting flavors like Sheriff's Roundup, Space Ranger-oni, and Reach for the Pie. Or take your personal pizza to infinity and beyond by creating your own flavor just for you. Order 2 or more with Papa pairings and get yours for only $9.99 each. New personal pizzas are ready for takeoff. See Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5 in theaters June 19th. Don't miss a moment of Blue Jays baseball this season. Join play-by-play announcer Ben Shulman for the games live on Sports 1440. The Toronto Blue Jays are on Edmonton's home for all things sports. Sports 1440.
I'm good to go. With Mortgages to Go, you'll be good to go. MortgagesToGo.ca says yes when the banks say no. That's why Alberta has trusted Mortgages to Go for over 23 years. If you need cash and have equity in your home, you're approved instantly, guaranteed. Call 1-888-888-5998. That's 1-888-888-5998. With Mortgages to Go, you'll say, I'm good to go.
Canada's men's rugby team at Clark Stadium. July 4th, Canada takes on Spain. July 11th, a doubleheader as Canada battles Portugal and Tonga faces Spain. Build the home field advantage for Team Canada. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
Tired of the rough ride? Alberta used to be a leader in highway planning and construction, but years of neglect and cuts to maintenance are showing. You can see it, and your vehicle is feeling it. Infrastructure can last for years with a little TLC, but when repairs are deferred, minor issues become major reconstruction. We need action and a reliable capital plan. Contact your MLA and demand stable infrastructure funding. Find out how at fixourroads.com.
A message from the Alberta Road Builders and Heavy Construction Association.
Celebrate Canada the most Canadian way possible. Talking hockey. Join Low Tide and guests here on Sports 1440 Canada Day from 10 till 1 for local free agency coverage. Who made their team better? Who got fleeced? How does it affect the local squad? Powered by Booster Juice. Maple syrup not included.
'Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:44. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, the home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick with you here. Man, last segment for me at Fantasy Frenzy for a few weeks. Not leaving, just going on a little vacation.
Connor, a very large proponent of the take all your holidays in one fell swoop type of guy. Him and I are of differing opinions on that.
Yeah, Duke just like, I'm taking this Wednesday off.
I'll take like a full week off for a trip or like I said, a wedding in Mexico last year. So, and then I'll just take like random Mondays and Fridays off throughout the rest of the summer. Just give myself occasional extra long weekends.
So for me, it's time to lock in.
All right, Connor, lock in.
I can't go into vacation mode. I won't do it.
You're not a mail it in Friday kind of guy?
Well, I have been in the past, but not before vacation. It's just a good day, man. Vibes are high here. Like we got
weather the last couple of days has been great.
I've been in the studio.
The donuts help.
We got donuts.
And, we had Greg Pilling, legend.
And what was this concoction he brought in?
Bailey's and Fireball. And Kevin's trying to tell me, he's like, yeah, dude, take the rest of this bottle home. It's great in your coffee. I was like, what do you think I am? And actually, it's funny. We were sending
the color scheme.
Kevin out with all of our kind words and grassing him a little bit. And I totally forgot to bring. It came up last night talking with Josh at the taco shop, and it's part of the reason I brought in these nice cold green diesels for us to share. The first time I met Kevin, or maybe it was the second because I met him at the photo shoot. I went over to his house. He's kind enough to host me. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning on just a random weekday. He's like, yeah, come on over. We'll have a few chats about kind of what we want for the show and some ideas and things like that. And it's 10 o'clock. I come in. He's like, can I get you anything to drink? He's like, do you want a water, a coffee, a beer, or something? And me, I don't got anywhere to be. I'll have a beer at 10 a.m. No problem. But I thought, is this a test? So I opted just for a water. And the line here being last night, Josh said, my only regret about working with Kevin for the past nearly 3 years is that I didn't take him up on that offer of a beer the first time we kind of hung out and chatted one-on-one, because we have shared more than a few since then. A couple great nights at Golden Bears games. These events like last night, we're hosting sponsors or at hosting of like watch parties at a casino or a few different spots. So yeah, that's my only regret is I'm continuing to finish this nice crisp drink that Lord Commander Marty Stevens didn't want me to have on the stream for some reason. Thinks it's unseemly, maybe.
Wow, we are professionals.
It's Friday.
But I do
unlike you, Connor, I'm not going on vacation, so I can mail it in Friday.
You're not locked in. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of a funny thing. Like, you meet someone for this first or second time, and they offer you a beer at 10 a.m. This is a test.
Yeah, is this a test? Like, this guy's been in the business for 30 some odd years at that point, and maybe he's trying to get the cut of my jib, get the measure of me, and I don't want to give the impression that he's latching on with some deviant degenerate, which he was, but I didn't need him to know that at that time. I figured he could learn that as we got to know each other a little bit better, which he did.
Text line is 1-833-401-1440. A big Elks win last night, 3-0 on the season. Heck of a start. Now they'll take on the BC Lions in Kelowna next Saturday. World Cup rolling on yesterday, man. Did you see Turkey scoring in the last minute? That was unbelievable.
And it was right after, I think it was right after Puselich had just had like the big save by the Turkish goaltender.
Yeah. Ivory Coast, 2-0 win. Ecuador defeating Germany, 2-1. Well, massive goal in the 77th minute. Germany scored in the second minute. You thought it was over. Ecuador bounced back. Japan and Sweden 1-1 draw. And
that win got Ecuador in. The round of 32. So huge for them and the program.
They enter the knockout round, and then the Netherlands down Tunisia. They'll get Morocco. What a matchup for them, eh? Like, two great nations. You're probably hoping, like, hey, no disrespect to Canada. Maybe we play Canada. No, you're going head to head. It's going to be setting up a fun weekend. Canada, of course, gets South Africa on Sunday, 1 o'clock kickoff from SoFi in Los Angeles. Today, how about this one? France, Norway, Mbappe, Holland. That's going to be a heck of a game. You got Iraq and Senegal. For France and Norway, they're both going to go through. This one's just for the top spot. We'll see what the effort will look like going forward. But anytime you get a chance to watch like two superstars like that, that's going to be a fun game. I'm going to be channeled in tomorrow at 3 for England, Panama. England.
Is it coming home?
Well,
the curse is off Harry Kane from the witch doctor, the Ghana witch doctor.
Oh, they took it off?
Yeah, they took it off.
Okay, good. That's big time. Because hey, Ghana, you got your draw. Let's move on. But also today, the battle of saying the word properly. Cabo Verde taking on Saudi Arabia at NRG Stadium.
So Connor, it's actually Saudi Arabia.
Says who?
Me.
Don't go there.
I'm joking.
Uruguay? Is that all right?
Uruguay? You got to put a little pizzazz on it, like Kevin Case. Uruguay.
Spain. España.
Espanol.
Egypt, Iran, New Zealand, Belgium. It's a fun day of footy. And those 9 o'clock games, Duke. Put the kids to bed, sit down, and watch some football. I'm looking forward to it.
You're heading out on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Con. So you're going to be on the road when Canada is playing their game. We kind of touched on that briefly.
Yeah, you brought that Starlink in, right?
No, it's at the farm.
Okay, I'll swing by and grab
Sorry. Yeah, you will be driving past down the QE2. You have a quick little detour out to the east. But I wanted to quickly ask you, because it doesn't seem to be nearly as big of a topic in this city anymore because of the fact that the local hockey team either doesn't make a pick at all, or if it is, it's at the very end of what is the first round of the NHL entry draft. Lot of question marks still, I think, outside of maybe the top. I think the top pick is the only thing that is maybe locked in, because John Chaika has said, we know who we're picking, we're not trading it, and by all reports, it is in fact going to be Gavin McKenna. We could get shocked, I suppose, and they could go the Stenberg route still, but even after that, like, is another pick going to be traded? What order do this group of like 5 defensemen go off the board? Who jumps for the first centerman, the second centerman, does it go inside the top 10 with Malhotra and Bjork as the top 2? So I just wanted to get your prediction. So then come Monday, you're not here to defend yourself if it's incorrect. So I want you, I don't know if you have at least a general list to make sure you don't forget an obvious one by accident, but I want the top 10 picks in order as the teams holding those picks currently stand. Because I'm not sold it's going to be that way once the draft commences later on today.
Did you say if I'm incorrect? Like a chance I'd get this right?
What if you get it perfectly right?
Well, then I don't know. I should go buy a lottery ticket too. Just quickly, Trey said Holland isn't playing in this one. So,
what? Yeah. But I already put my bet in. No.
Cowards. Come on. I want to see the best of the best in this type of scenario. Why not go for the win? Okay. I'm going to go for some feel-good stories here. Gavin McKenna goes first overall. Stenberg 2. Number 3. Let's go. Center. Caleb Malhotra.
Okay.
He's staying home. This is where it gets interesting for me. Like, do the Sabres want another defenseman? They got some good ones.
Do the Sabres even make this pick?
Do they make the pick? I mean, they traded Bowen Byram. So let's just say I'll take Albert Smits because he's a little bigger.
Really?
I don't know. Chase Reed. Would that be the one you'd go with?
I think so.
Okay, well, let me go Chase Reed then.
Well, Connor, this is your list. It's not my list. Take Albert Smits if you want.
Yeah, but
Smits is in this group of D-men that all are kind of there's pros and cons to each guy that slightly outrank each other. It's almost a personal preference of what traits you like more. Sounds like you like Smits' size.
Oh, let's just say they go 4 or 5.
Okay. Order doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's my where I veer off a little bit. Number 6 to the Calgary Flames. Oh, why don't they just take someone totally off the board?
A Mark Jankowski type?
Like, just throw us off the hint.
See, this is where I think
Liam Ruck.
They
just kidding, Josh.
And then they trade back in to take Marcus at 7.
Or then they take him at 30.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Still there.
That could work.
No, I'm going to go Carson Carrolls for them. From the dub. Seattle swinging a miss on Robertson last night. That's crazy. Tax-free state, but they're implementing a millionaire's tax potentially. So I'm going to say they go forward. Kid out of Sweden. Bjork?
Viggo Bjork.
I'm going to go there. I'll take Winnipeg. I think they get up on the back end. Verhoff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go... Since San Jose went Stenberg at 2, why don't we go through Boyd Daxon?
Mm-hmm.
And 10. Okay. I like Ethan Belchitz.
Mm-hmm.
His size, 6'5", 230.
Can't teach it.
Cannot teach that. But I'm going to say they go on the back end. Gustafsson.
Really?
Also a big dude.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, Duke. I don't know much about anything. What's your top 10 looking like? What's the biggest difference you and I have?
I think after the acquisition of Simon Nemec, I think Calgary will take a forward.
Okay.
And I think it's probably Viggo Bjork. And then like the D-men, what order they go in, it totally is like dealer's choice. But I'll go in order of kind of the more consensus rankings, and this might just be a cop-out by me. But at 4, Reed to Buffalo, then Carson Carrolls, Bjork to Calgary. I think Verhoff to Seattle, Smits to Winnipeg, and then I'm in agreement with you at Rudolph and 9 to San Jose. And I'll take Nashville moving the forward route instead, and Wyatt Cullen out of the national program. Which for anybody that's lists or readers of one of our favorite guests, Stephen Ellis, you might say that's exactly what his order is, and it's true. It is. That is just a coincidence. But I'm a big fan of Stevens and put a lot of stock into what he says.
Okay, well, have a great week, everybody. Weekend. We'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Right now, Sports 4040 update brought to you by Cattail Crossing. Book today, cattailcrossing.ca.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
World Cup action today, vying for first in Group I. Norway will take on France at 1 o'clock from Boston. Also at 1 in Toronto, Iraq up against Senegal. Cabo Verde taking on Saudi Arabia from Houston at 6. Uruguay up against Spain. Egypt and Iran duking it out from Seattle at 9 o'clock. And New Zealand playing Belgium from BC Place in Vancouver. Week 4 in the CFL continuing tonight with the Argonauts up against the Rough Riders. 7 o'clock kickoff from Saskatchewan. And in the majors today, Blue Jays continue their set against the Texas Rangers. First pitch coming just after 5 o'clock. Patrick Corbin on the bump for Toronto. Nathan Eovaldi countering for the Rangers. You can catch that game right here in Sports 1440. Joined in progress at the conclusion of the Jason Gregor Show. Local action, the Edmonton Riverhawks at home to open a set against the Port Angeles Lefties. First pitch just after 7 from Remax Field. And the NHL offseason rolling on. Some more extensions to report on. Colorado keeping a pair of defensemen. Brent Burns, 1 year, $850K AAV. And Brett Kulak, the former Oiler, latched on a 5-year deal, paying him at $4.5 million annually. And in case you missed it earlier on this morning, Jordan Spence extending in Ottawa, 4-year deal at $5 million per. And Tony DeAngelo re-upping on Long Island, $4.5 million over 2 years. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide. I'm Brandon Douglas at your Sports 1440 update.
This is Sports 1440. Stingray